Django is done downloading and installing, but I'm just going to ensure it's installed correctly. Go back to your Django tutorial page and copy Python C, import Django, print Django.version. Paste that into your bash console. Press enter. I see 1.7.2. Therefore, I know Django version 1.7.2 has been successfully installed into my virtual environment. I'm going to create a new Django project. Type Django Dash admin.py start project, and I'll be calling this project Try Django, but you could call it whatever you like. Press enter, and that Django project's being created. Open a new tab with your dashboard, but this time go to Files, and I can see my new Django project called Try Django. And then there's another folder called Try Django, and there's a settings.py file in it, so I'll click on that. The great thing about pythonanywhere is that it has a built-in text editor. This means you could build the entire site from pythonanywhere. In my settings.py file, there's a few things I could change. One of them is my database, SQLite 3, but the Django tutorial recommends you use SQLite 3, so I'll just leave it as is for now. The other thing you could change is your time zone, but I'll just leave it as is. Anytime you make changes in pythonanywhere, make sure you save, because otherwise your changes won't come through. So if I go back to the Django tutorial, I'm going to explain to you the major difference between developing online with pythonanywhere and developing on my local machine. So the major difference is, don't try and run python manage.py runserver. In future videos, I'll be running this command, python manage.py runserver, but you won't have to do this with pythonanywhere because your site's already live, and pythonanywhere servers aren't set up to use that command. Instead, I'll show you what you'll do. So if you go back to the tutorial, I need to create a new web app. So I'll open a new dashboard and go to web, and I could delete this one. So I'll click add a new web app. That one I just deleted I had made before. Click add new web app and click next. Then go to manual configuration, and I'll be using Python 2.7. So when I click next again, there we go. Now I'm taken to the web configuration page. So the next thing I need to do is configure this web page. I need to make my virtual environment path. Go back to the Django tutorial, and I'll copy their example path. Go back to the web app configuration page and paste in that path, but instead of my username, I'll paste in my real username, which is Archie, and then I'll hit that check mark. Okay, so that virtual environment path is good. The last thing I need to do before this Django project is up and running is configure my WSGI file. So click on your file, and we'll be using Django, so that's the only one I really need. So I could delete everything from line 52, Flask, all the way down to line 115. And then I could also delete everything on top of Django, just to clean it up a little bit. And then I'll start uncommenting what I need. So uncomment import OS, import SYS. I'll uncomment this path. Everything with the one hash is what I need to uncomment. And then I'll be using Django 1.7, so I'll uncomment that one right here and that one. And the last, you gotta click save. But the last thing I need to do is change my path, because as you can see here, they're assuming it's going to home, Archie, my site, settings.py. But as I showed you before, it's actually going to home, Archie, try Django, settings.py. So I'll change that. And where I need to change that is here. So try Django / try Django. And then it'll connect to the settings file. Oh, we'll need one, because the other one goes down here. Try Django.settings. So have it set up just like this. Click save. And once it saves, it should be ready to go. I'll just make sure there's no problems. Okay, it's looking good. It would highlight any problems if there were. So if I go back to my dashboard, back to the web tab, and this is a very important thing. Whenever you make a change on Python Anywhere, wherever you change a file, save a new file, and you want to see those changes come through, you have to reload your site. So click this big green button and let it reload. And then once it's done, I can follow this link, and I'll see that my Django project is up and running. There you go, it worked. Congratulations on your first Django-powered page. Now that you have Django set up and working on Python Anywhere, you're ready to follow me step by step as I build and launch a site that accepts payments with Stripe. Thank you for joining me. See you in the next one. One quick thing to note if you're going to be using a free Python Anywhere account to take this course. Everything in this course will work perfectly on a free Python Anywhere account, except using Stripe. Python Anywhere has a policy where Stripe API calls will not go through unless you pay for at least a $5 a month plan. I guess their belief is that if you're going to be making money, they want a little bit of money as well. I really apologize that the Stripe portion won't work on the free account, but everything else will work, and if you follow along with me, you'll have all the skills you need to accept payments with Stripe when the time being comes that you need to.